Tiriti trao, tra trao, tiriti tra tra trao, tiriti tra 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 trao, tiriti tra 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 trao, tiriti tra tra trao, tiriti tra 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 trao, tiriti tra tra trero, ay, tiriti trao, tra trao, ole. Ele se enreda. Cabello y el mío se han enredado por los vallados, se han enredado como la zarza mora, como la zarza mora, como vallado por los vallados. La Simoncita tiene un Simón, la Simoncita ya se casó. La Simoncita tiene un Simón, la Simoncita. ¡Ale! Niña, que no me hables a mí de tus amores, porque me suben los colores. Soy una gitanita pobre y no me hables a mí de tus amores. Juan se llama el hijo de mi hermana María, que siempre está jalando de noche y de día. Juan se llama el hijo de mi hermana María, que siempre está jalando de noche y de día. ¡Ole! ¡Ey! Tiriti trailo, rairo, rao, tiriti trailo. Tiriti trailo, rairo, rao, tiriti trailo, rairo, rao, tiriti trailo, rairo, rao, tiriti trailo. Tiriti trailo, rairo, rao, tiriti trailo, rairo, rao, tiriti trao. Ole.
The legendary Eva Enseñas and troupe.
Muchísimas gracias.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, friends and relations, please welcome your 2023 Miss Indian World contestants. Here they come. These young ladies are proud to be representing their families, communities, and tribes. They come to us from all directions: Oklahoma, Canada, Wisconsin, Mississippi, Texas, Arizona, California, Kansas, Washington, Idaho, Minnesota, South Dakota. A heartfelt welcome from us to all of these young women who exemplify native pride and dignity. We offer special acknowledgments to their families, friends, and supporters who made their journey here possible. They make us proud as they embark on a shared, unique journey of sisterhood. Ladies and gentlemen, your reigning Miss Indian World, Tashina Redhawk. welcome back to our favorite hosts for this enchanting evening. An award-winning Canadian First Nations film and television producer, the beautiful and multi-talented Lisa Meaches, and powwow personality he's so extraordinaire, Gathering of Nations spokesman Jason Whitehouse.
Wow, what an opening. What did you guys think of that? Aren't our women beautiful? Well done, Miss Indian World contestants. One more round of applause. And the music bringing them to stage was the indomitable Mr. DJ Shub with Northern Cree Singers. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we get started?
Let's get it started.
First contestant?
No, first
yeah.
judge. We're going to start off. We're going to introduce our judges, so we'll know who to blame later on. When we start introducing them, we'll ask you to stand up so everybody can know who they're getting mad at, okay?
Starting with Miss Holly Cook Macaro, Anishinaabe from Red Lake, Band of Ojibwe. Let's give her a big round of applause. A nationally recognized expert on political strategy and advocacy centered on federal tribal legislation and policy issues. Thank you so much for being here, Chimigwich.
Give her a round of applause. Go ahead. Next up, we have Gilbert Lopez. Stand on up. Mr. Lopez is a drum maker and is in the legal field. 18 years of civil rights attorney experience, 25 years Los Angeles Superior Court trial judge experience. His father was from Albuquerque, his mother was from San Felipe Pueblo, and both parents had moved to LA during the World War II relocation. He is an alum of both the University of Southern California and Loyola Law School. Please welcome Mr. Gilbert Lopez.
Wonderful, thank you. Our next judge is Mr. Millicent Roan, or Miss Millicent Roan, sorry. Millicent Roan is a senior diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist for American Airlines. She also was one of the main advisors. Her favorite quote is shared from U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, which is, "Our unity is our strength, and our diversity is our power. We reject the myth of us versus them." Thank you so much for that.
And next we have Mr. Duke Rodriguez. Stand on up. Give me a round of applause. I know there's a lot of you in the audience are going to applaud in a second anyway. Mr. Rodriguez founded Ultra Health in late 2010 and is the CEO and president of Ultra Health. Ultra Health is the nation's largest minority-owned cannabis company. Hey, told you. Geez, you just made a whole bunch of friends. He is integrated in medical and non-medical cannabis provider, operating a state-of-the-art cultivation facility in nearly 40 dispensaries in New Mexico. Duke has been a leader in the cannabis industry and has been instrumental in fighting for patients and people's rights to access cannabis that is safe, convenient, and affordable. Let's give everybody give him a round of applause.
Our next judge, the beautiful Jane Myers, who I've admired for many, many years that I've been coming down here, and I've watched her dance all over Indian country. She's also one of the creative producers behind the hit film Prey by 20th Century Studios and Disney and Hulu. Let's give her a big round of applause for all that she's been doing in Indian country and film and television.
Yeah. So we're going to get things started now. We're going to start bringing on our contestants. We have contestant number 1, Alice Keats. She is 23 years old, representing the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians, hometown Choctaw, Mississippi.
Tonight, her talent presentation is Choctaw Culture and Traditions. Let's give her another big round of applause. Okay, top of that.
Hello everyone. I personally extend a warm and friendly welcome to you as we come together to celebrate the Pokole Oshta Ayeta Toba Chito, the 40th annual Gathering of Nations powwow in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. This evening, I have the opportunity to give you a brief insight of the symbolism of my Choctaw attire and to hear the magnificent journey of my people through the cultural displays of Machata Okla, my Choctaw people. Machata Iloka Choctaw dress and apron was lovingly handmade and features the beautiful traditional color of vibrant red velvet material, which signifies the prominence of our rich and colorful traditions. The lines on my dress signify the pathway of life and is important for me to continue the lifeways of my Choctaw culture. The strength of my people is signified through the diamond appliques, which is carefully hand-stitched to connect one to another as we join together in unity to help accomplish greater things for our tribe. This evening, I am honored to wear the bead set that was made for me by my late great-uncle, Mr. Basil Harris Willis. The unique and exquisite pieces are of the original design and colors of the first full Chutta bead set of the 1900s. This evening, I am also wearing sash pieces that was used to depict the winding bends of the Pearl River, which for many generations have been a source of life-giving water for my people. The sashes are carefully draped in a cross pattern to signify, may our paths cross to meet again. The last piece that completes my Choctaw attire is the traditional round comb. This round comb was made for me by my late great-grandmother, Miss Ruby May Bell Willis, and I honor her by placing this rose corsage over my heart. It not only enhances the beauty and strength of a young Choctaw woman, but it is also used to depict the marital status of the one who places it upon her head. If the round comb is placed in a slanted form, it will mean she is married. If the round comb is placed in an upright position, it will mean she is not married. So, here it goes. My heart swells with pride as I walk across this stage, adorned in my traditional attire, to reflect my Choctaw journey. You and I stand as a link to ensure that we uphold the legacy of our cultures and traditions. We come together to celebrate Native American culture at its finest at this beautiful gathering here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is what it means to keep the indigenous spirit alive. Hachiako Kalechito, Hashmomaga, I thank you very much.
Wow. We weren't lying about the level of entertainment with our women. Oh my goodness. Contestant number 2, Mika Roy. She's 25 years old, representing the Cherokee, Ponca, and 3 affiliated tribes. Her hometown is Salina, Oklahoma. Tonight, her talent presentation is Cherokee Eco-Life Stories and Knowledge. Mika has produced a career as an optometrist. Her role model is the matriarch of her family, her mother, her indigenous hero, Sequoia, who created the Cherokee syllabics, and some of her favorite habits are crafting her snack, Cherokee hog fry, and she is a champion trading card player in Pokemon and Dragon Ball Super. So let's give her a big round of applause. Contestant number 2, Mika Roy.
Sienagad Tahiju, Mika Roy Dawa, Saline Janeloa, Gully Helikangaji Dawa, Wado. Hello, how are you? My name is Mika Roy, and I'm from Salina, Oklahoma, and it is a pleasure to see you all here tonight. Today, I will be sharing a Cherokee story and some Cherokee plants that are still in use today. The story that I share is something that I was told as a bedtime story by my mother, my Edgy. And she always told me to remember what I tell her because there will come a day that I need to know these things, and now I pass them on to you. Long ago, when mankind was new and everything lived in harmony, the animals became tired of being used for food, shelter, and clothing. And so they hatched a terrible plan. They unleashed sickness and disease upon humankind to seek retribution upon them. The plant life, which had been treated more kindly by man, asked Uneslana, the creator, for help. They prayed to Uneslana, creator, how can we help stop what the animals have done? How do we help humankind? Help us, help them. And so Uneslana answered their prayers and gave gifts to the plants as the gift of medicine. They helped us then, and they still help us to this day. It is said that if you go out into the woods to find a plant to help you, if you don't know what it looks like, the correct one will bow to you. Today, I bring along 2 plants with me, and one grows at the corner of my home in Salina, Oklahoma. It is called cedar or ajani. Cedar is very distinct in its color from the evergreen with the small berries attached to them. It is best used if burned, or you can also use it as cedar water. The other plant that I brought today with me is called sassafras, or canutsta. It doesn't look like much by itself, but if you take a root, it smells like Christmas candy, and that's how you know if you've got the correct plant. But you take the root and you boil it, and it makes a tea kind of like this. It's a distinct red color, and if you add mint into it, it'll help with the taste, but it won't take away the effects of the tea. The tea helps with sore throats and has a cleansing effect on the body. Both of these can be picked year-round, but for best effect with sassafras, it is best used if you pick it in the spring. There are many more plants I could talk to you about that are still in use in the Cherokee culture, but these are 2 of the most common today. Thank you for your time, and dono do goha'i wado. Thank you, and I will see you again.
All right, contestant number 2. Good job. All right, now we're going to have contestant number 3, Lauren W. Yoelun McCluster Davis. She is 25 years old, representing the Oneida Nation of Wisconsin, coming to us from De Pere, Wisconsin. Tonight, her talent will be a Oneida hymnal, and she has a strong passion for family and community commitment. As a postdoctoral research scientist, she aims to indigenize and promote science and academia by supporting tribes in relations with institutions. So give a round of applause to contestant number 3, Lauren W. Yoelun McCluster Davis.
Sagole sagu, Yoelun Yungats, Oniota Aga, Niwagon Jota, Kali Anawal, Niwahold. Hello, everyone. I am Lauren Yoelun McCluster Davis from Oneida, Wisconsin, and I am Turtle Clan. Today, I will be singing for you a traditional Oneida hymn, which is the first song I remember learning. Our contents in our Oneida hymnal come to us before European contact, and I am so proud to have a family that has sung these hymns for many generations. Today, I will be singing a hymn that celebrates our relationship to the Creator, and it has over 25 different versions, but I'll be singing the version that I have practiced the most and enjoyed with my grandparents. I sing today to honor the previous generations who have preserved these hymns for me, and in recognition of my responsibility to keep these traditions alive for future generations to come. Now I will sing Jagatu. Gatuji, ne song wawe, ne yo yo se, ne ya gawe yazi yo se, skani golo tigo. Deo
Wonderful, wonderful job. Thank you, my dear. I think as I get older, I start calling everybody my dear or my girl. It must be a big auntie thing, I'm thinking. Contestant number 4, Miss Claudia McHenry. She's 24 years old, representing the Muskogee Nation from Lamar, Oklahoma. Tonight, her talent presentation is Muskogee cooking methods. Claudia aspires to help preserve the Muskogee culture through language preservation, and her favorite person in the whole wide world is Alexis, her sister, whom she carries the duties instilled by her late matriarchs. She loves to play volleyball, and she has a dog named Benny Boo Boo. That's exactly what she said. And one of her strengths is being friendly and to strive to make people feel welcome. Aw. Join me. Contestant number 4, Claudia McHenry.
Stungan Fuletska, Claudia McHenry, Judge of Gdos. Amilegida Horokogi, Moment Omi Dawa Tomochezidos. Chihama Witia, Muskogee Idawa, Adai, Donga, Chigejiges. How are you all? My name is Claudia McHenry. I am Wind Clan, and my tribal town is Tomochezi. I stand before you saying I am of the Muskogee Nation. Tonight, I am presenting over the traditional cooking equipment of the Muskogee people called the Kijo and Kajebi. The Kijo and Kajebi were more often used in the past by our mother's matriarchs. Back in those days, the women would wear long skirts and aprons with their hair tied up in black silk scarves, which is what you see me wearing here. These women would use their withered hands and bent backs to prepare nourishment for the bodies of their families and future generations. They are remembered with great appreciation by all those who feast at stomp dances, church gatherings, family get-togethers, and daily living. I dedicate my time and space on this stage to them, the elders and my elders. Through their care and dedication, they were able to ensure that this part of our culture was able to pass on to the little ones who are watching. This is a replica of my Kijo, and the last picture is of my Kijo back home. I wanted to bring that one with me, but it was a little too heavy for stage production. I guess I don't have the Muskogee muscles, eh? But nonetheless, I would like to tell you how I made my Kijo. My Kijo is fashioned from the trunk of a hickory tree that was cut to about 4 feet long. To start, I bored a hole at the top of the Kijo and placed hot coals in there. I then alternatively burned and chiseled it out until it was hollowed down to around 1 foot in depth and left a rim of roughly 4 inches. I finished by smoothing the hollowed out area and removed the burned wood. It is important to note that when selecting a wood for my Kijo, I needed a tree that was either rooted in rocky soil or was twisted by the wind. This creates the ideal grain that is crooked or twisted and runs in a slanted direction. A wood with straight grains will split too easily when the hollow is chiseled on top. In this hollow is where food is placed to be pounded by the Kajebi. Similarly, the Kajebi is fashioned from a long and thick log of hickory. It is carved to be heavier and wider on top than the bottom, so the bottom fits into the hollow of the Kijo. The purpose of the larger end is to give the pole weight when pounding food. One of the main foods pounded into Kijo by the Kajebi is corn. Corn is used in a wide variety of Muskogee food. A popular dish made from the pounded corn is saki, which is made by cooking the corn in water and lye. In my opinion, it's best to eat saki when it becomes komoksi, which means sour in the Muskogee language. Thank you all for listening to this presentation over a part of my culture. I'm so happy to share this in your presence because to me, the Kijo and Kajebi is reminiscent of indigenous people. It is sustaining and has survived attempted ethnocide. The wood used to create the Kijo is mangled hickory, which some would suspect to be futile and impractical, but it stands in defiance of expectations and as a survivor of decimation, just as indigenous people do today. Iro pumia taklegi pumio puyekchigis Muskogee hoktegi doya ohodalaga estijariomogia puyekchigimo merochikejisje. Just as the tree is strong, so are our women and all indigenous people. Thank you, Mado.
All right. That was contestant number 4. Moving right on down the road.
I'm Miss Indian World, Tori McConnell.
You're invited to a night of pageantry and culture at the Miss Indian World Traditional Presentations, Thursday, April 25th, 2024 in Albuquerque. Be a part of the Gathering of Nations, North America's biggest powwow.
I'll see you there.
Contestant number 5. We have Rosalina Hunt. She is 21 years old. She'll be representing the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe. Her hometown is Cass Lake, Minnesota. Tonight she'll be demonstrating the Anishinaabe way of life, wild rice. Rosalina's career ambition. Oh, I thought you were just coming out to say hi. She's always wanting the spotlight at some time. So Rosalina's career ambition is to become a cultural educator. Her native hero is Dennis Banks because of his activisms in protecting Native American civil rights. A favorite food of hers from her tribe is wild rice with blueberry and maple syrup. Sweet. So with that, contestant number 5, Rosalina Hunt.
Bonjour, everybody. We all are here representing our respective tribes and nations. Today, I'm going to tell you a story and demonstration. The migration of the Ojibwe people, who originally recognized as the Anishinaabe people. In the early 17th century, the spiritual advisor at the time received a grim warning. The seventh fire prophecy foretold that we should prepare for great change in our people and our land. First prophecy told us that we should move or we will face death and destruction. The third prophecy told us to go west and follow the omega shell of the water drums until we find the food that grows on water. The Anishinaabe people started their migration at the entrance of the St. Lawrence River, and the journey ended at Madeline Island. What that food on the water is called Manoman. In my Anishinaabe language means the good berry. Manoman has a step-by-step harvesting process. First, we take our sema, tobacco, to give thanks to Creator for letting us harvest this and consume. Second, we get our knockers, bawa ikanak, and this motion, bawa Once we collected the manoman, we let it dry before we parch it, and in the metal pan, gadasi ge. Next, we put it in a shallow hole, and we dance on it, bawa shkam. And lastly, we put the wild rice, tossing it, jigging it, to filter out the husk. Nushkajige. When I was younger, I was taught in an Ojibwe song, and it goes like this. Bawa bawishkam, gadisige, nushkajige. Manoman is very sacred to the Anishinaabe people. It is a part of our creation story. And we've been harvesting it for over 2,000 years, and still to this day. I am Rosalina Hunt. I'm representing the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe. Miigwech Bizidabiek.
Chimigwichanishnabekwa. Contestant number 6, Dania Wawasik. She's 22 years old, representing the Prairie Band of Potawatomi and the Pyramid Lake Paiute. She is from Mayetta, Kansas. I just got to give my shout outs to this amazing prop crew here. The history of tonight her talent presentation is the history of the Potawatomi scrub dance. And having to spend some time with her backstage has been a blessing. She's skilled at beating, sewing, and enjoys dancing powwow. An indigenous hero of hers is Quanah Chasing Horse because she utilizes her modeling platform to share positive messages. Let's give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Bonjour, everyone. Nishana Kinwa, Skep Gonko Quadanoswin, Daniel Wawasik Jin Gonko. Hello, everyone. My name is Dania Wawasik. I'm Anishinaabe, and I am Prairie Band Potawatomi from Mayetta, Kansas. Tonight, I will be sharing with you the origins of the scrub dance regalia and song. The Anishinaabe people are known for their applique work and their floral designs. As you can see here, we have some lovely floral designs, and on my Majatsoin, my regalia, you can see I have a lot of applique. However, this was not always the case with our regalia. On this regalia, it has more ruffles, and so long ago they based their regalia more on the movement and structure of the regalia. So we have more poofy sleeves and a flare-out bottom. And the Anishinaabe people originated from the Great Lakes, and more specifically, the Potawatomis originated from Lake Huron. So we had very close relations with the French, and that is why we had access to these fabrics long ago. So tonight I would also like to dance for you, not only because I have big, strong calves and I love to dance, but also so that you can hear a scrub song. So I'd just like to give a huge props to my Uncle Trilby for coming all the way out here just to sing for me and also composing this song himself. So, and scrub songs have many origins, and one of which comes from the Shawanoga. And the Shawanoga is a time where we gather to sing and dance. But that is just one origin, and there's many others. But I would like to say thank you all for coming and being here tonight. And I hope you learned something tonight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I can't wait to see you at the powwow. Miigwech.
Woo-cha, all right. Boy, her uncle is real tradish, humble, gets the applause, didn't even crack a smile. Just humble. Hey. All right, next up we have contestant number 7, Teray Shanklin Bob. She is 18 years old, representing the Colville Confederated Tribes from Nespalim, Washington. Tonight her talent will be creating the Colville beadwork. She chose her mother as one of her role models because of her resilience when faced with life challenges and her art talents. She is also a full-time beater. So with that, let's give a round of applause to contestant number 7, Teray Shanklin Bob.
Tilhas Hashahal Isaquinchute Teray Shanklin Bob. And Tunes Quinchutes Matilda Bob and Maashums Quinchutes Robert Shanklin. And Kakias Quinchutes Wilma Nomi Istatilas Quinchutes Thomas Bob Sr. And Kakanas Quinchutes I Francine Shanklin, Ishkahabas Quinchutes I Wilson Shanklin. Hello, good day, everybody. My name is Teray Shanklin Bob, and I come to you from the Colville Confederated Tribes from Nespalim, Washington. I chose creating Colville beadwork for my talent because creating beadwork to me is a special and sacred way to stay connected to my ancestors and my traditions. So in my family alone, beadwork has been passed down for generations, and this bag in my hip is 150 years old to show you an example of how long it has been around. So we are known in our Washington state for our vending table we bring to POWs and other events. And we also do beadwork for our loved ones on our side. So I wanted to create a set for my niece Maya. She's 2 years old. This is the set here. It has a necklace and 2 braid ties. There's also a headband and earrings that weren't able to come. But her mom asked me to do color themes since I do a wrapped style of beadwork. And she asked me to do strawberries. So she said that was a unique style to her and her daughter. And I believe it is a representation of her personality as a young girl, sweet and very bright. So I made that for her to encourage her to keep dancing because she loves to dance. And when I showed it to her, she's like, "Are we gonna go higher?" That is what she calls powwows. So I was very honored to make this for her. And on the poster board, I also added a bunch of stuff that I've previously made. So in my beadwork, I make a lot of meaningful stuff. So I made a necklace for my grandfather, who was a Vietnam veteran. I added those colors in there, along with colors of the American flag. And we are just very thankful for him every day and for his service. And in the Kavo history, we also add animal teeth to our clothing and jewelry. So I really add that to my jewelry, and it is a unique touch. And so here's a picture of Maya and her stuff. And I also made a grad cap for my best friend. She's graduating this year. I was very honored to make that for her and be a part of her next step in her next life. And also in weaving, the Kavos were known for the big baskets they had to carry salmon. So I brought along this weaved bag. It is 150 years old as well. It is made from twine from a farm. So I really wanted to show that to you guys. And I also want to thank you for your time. Beadwork is a very strong art from the heart and is very heartfelt. So I want to thank you for your time and hope you have a great night. Thank you.
Amazing. Contestant number 8, Miss Cynthia Bond. She's 22 years old from La Sena, or she's representing the La Sena tribe and San Carlos Apache. Her hometown is Palma Band of Mission Indians in California. Right? Her talent presentation tonight is bark skirt making. Interesting. Currently, she's a student, and Cynthia's career ambition is to become a bondsman and a bounty hunter. So she's going to start in this audience tonight, so if anyone has any, okay, you're all good. Her favorite native entertainer is Dallas Goldtooth, also known as William Knifeman of Reservation Dogs. She shares one of the things about her tribe that it is known for, acorn pudding, and a favorite of hers includes peony flour. Her cats are Simba Bond and Misfit Bond. Ooh, I love this chick. Contestant number 8, Cynthia Bond.
Miyayam, michachi ik, no tung Cynthia Banyaka pamayam. Hello everybody, how y'all doing? My name is Cynthia Bond, and tonight I am representing the Palma Band of Mission Luceño Indians from Palma Valley, San Diego, California. Today's Luceño women are all class and sass, but back in the day when dirt was being invented, Luceño women were all bark and no bite. Tonight, I will be demonstrating the making of the bark skirt. The bark skirt was created when a young girl would begin her journey into womanhood. The bark was harvested from the oak, the willow, and the elderberry trees when they were burnt. The tree was cut, and it was cut into slabs, and from then we used tools. Well, I used my hands. And from this, we would peel the bark from the tree. And when you take the bark, it is soaked in water so the texture becomes soft. I know it looks like jerky, but it's really soft. And from here, it becomes easy to tear, like this. I promise I am not as that strong, but it is possible. And from here, it is torn into multiple strands. And here, it is bunched together, hopefully to the length of the girl, depending on, her height and her width of her body. It was to match the figure of the young lady as she became a woman. And from here, this was bunched together. Whoops. It was bunched together, and we had the shortness on the inside, so it could cover her lady bits, because we don't want none of that showing. From here, we add it to the bark, which is made from rope made from the yucca plant, and it is tied into a fishtail braid because I was told it was the strongest. And from here, we put it over, and we tie it real nice and tight, like when your mom does your hair. And from here, it is tightly added on, and it is tied. And when it is done, it will be a repeated process until the entire length of the rope is covered with bark. Once it is finished, you can add your own choice of bling. I went with abalone because it is traditional, and I went with eagle feathers to show how I ascend into my own life, also because of how fly I can be. And from here, the bark skirt is created of the Luiseño women. Po eko. Thank you.
All right. That was contestant number 8. Next up, contestant number 9, we have Zeneca Leclerc Harrigera. She is 23 years old, representing the Otoe Missouri tribes. She's coming to us from Red Rock, Oklahoma. Go ahead, go ahead. There's always a few Oklahoma people in here. No, Bart. Geez, just really trying to get points for the powwow already. But next, her talent tonight is going to be the Otoe Missouri hymn. Zeneca has always had an interest in storytelling platforms and is pursuing film and animation projects. So let's give a round of applause to contestant number 9, Zeneca Leclerc Harrigera.
Aha, mayadana yemi higanyaki, juwere nutachi niki, che higira cheki. Hello, my name is Zeneca Leclerc. I am standing on the earth woman. I am a proud Otoe Missouri woman. I am a descendant of the Buffalo Clan. And today I will be singing a beautiful prayer song written by Kenitha Greenwood. Ha mau wakanda wa wadawiha not to wadawiha hawegi pidanaki washige brogu sujegi chuyu itewi hida not wodaha zaage ichinchinge hida hintewi wakidaha dotaha hintewi wakidaha wa uitewi not wodaha wanku woso se hintewi chuyu itewi hida nantu uwadaha hawa jae washige jae gidida nantu uwodaha warigro-kiki. I really hope this prayer reaches everyone's hearts today, as well as my people back in Red Rock, Oklahoma. I really wish I could be there to sing this prayer to them as I have done for you all today. And like in this painting, my heart will keep beating. And like the flowers in this painting, I will keep growing. And I hope everyone gets home safely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, contestant number 9. Contestant number 10, Marcia Two Eagle. She's 24 years old, representing the Washoe tribe, Shoshone Bannock, in Oglala, Lakota Sioux. Her hometown is Hungaleltiwe, Marketville, California. Tonight, her talent presentation is she's going to be demonstrating the Washoe Girl Stick Game. She's also a business major student that shares her tribe. Oh, she says her tribe is well known for pine soup, pine nut soup, willow baskets, and Lake Tahoe, home of the Washoe people. She likes to play softball, and her hobbies include sewing, baking, and creating piñatas. Her all-time favorite actor is Graham Greene, and now also Pauline Jack, Willie Jack of Reservation Dogs, because her humor is relatable. Let's give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Contestant number 10.
Anga Maheji, Digam Diga Lei, Dihanga Angawi, Le Cat, Marisa Tuigo, Hunga Lelti, Shilu Lei, Washishu Alu Walei, Mihai Yangai. Hello everyone, how are you doing tonight? Tonight I'm going to demonstrate how to play all Washoe Girl Stick Game, known as the Gayet. I have my 2 lovely assistants here that are going to help me demonstrate this game. On these easels here are two opposing teams. One team could be a group of 5, and another team could be a group of 5. I like to compare this game as to girls lacrosse. And as we play this game, Sagaya, it's an all-female game, no males allowed. We would wear our washo attire, our washo dresses, or our washo skirts. We would use our aspen stick here, and also our snake. It's not a real snake. And we also, it should be made out of leather and drenched in water. We use this stick. Note, remember, when you play this game, you cannot touch the snake with your hands. You have to use your stick to move around the snake on the ground, or you fling the snake to your teammate. My elders that are no longer here used to tell me, you need to use your hips, your elbows, because this game can get physical. So watch out for these aunties, eh? So my referee here will throw in the snake, and my opponent and I are going to face one another and fight over the snake. And once we do that, she will make sure that the snake gets into one another's goal. And remember, we're used to play with teams. So one more thing, remember to always love yourself, care for one another, take care of each other, and also drive safely home. And thank you for listening and watching Malibi Gabigi. Thank you all.
All right. I seen them body it up right there. I think they're actually going for it. All right, next up we have contestant number 11, Alexis Ishnana. She is 23 years old, representing the Sisseton Dakota, Minikaju Lakota, coming to us from Standing Buffalo, Dakota Nation, Saskatchewan, Canada. Tonight, her traditional, go ahead. She had a long drive. Give her a round of applause. She'll have her traditional story of the star quilt. Her career ambition is to become an Indigenous social worker. And she also feels one of her strengths is kindness, so that will work well. So let's give another round of applause for Alexis Ishnana.
We all have our own traditional stories and knowledge within our admirable tribes. The Wichakpi Oshna comes from the Ocheti Shakoi, the 7 council fires. The 7 council fires come from the Wichakpi Oyate, the Star Nation. Long ago, before we had buffalo robes, before we had star quilts, we had buffalo robes to drape our people, our warriors, our Kichita for their successes. For their successes. To receive a buffalo robe is one of the highest honors. White Buffalo Calf woman gave my people the 7 sacred rights of which we live by. One of them is the Hamblechiapi, the vision quest. My people used to draw, and they still do today, on winter counts, which are also known as buffalo robes. They use these buffalo robes on their vision quest to show Atewa Kantaka what one did with their life. The star quilts today are made from the beautiful colors that we have on this earth. The star represents the Ampa'o Wichakwi, the morning star, where our spirit comes from before we enter this world, and where our spirit returns once we leave this world. The 8 points on the star is an observance of the stars and a reverence of all the celestial bodies. I have shared this story with you today, and I am honored to have shared it with all of you here tonight, as it is traditional knowledge that is passed on from generation to generation. The star quilts and the buffalo robes are still alive today, and they're a symbol of cultural revitalization and a symbol that we are still here today on Turtle Island. Today, I encourage not only my people, but all indigenous people of this land to help each other, love each other, respect each other, and have compassion for one another. Pidamaye. Thank you for listening.
Let's give her a big round of applause, everybody. Like I said, these property masters are the best. There's so many props backstage, and they're doing such a great job. Let's give them another big round of applause. Yeah. And it's really dark back there, so. Contestant number 12, Michelle Stanger. She's no stranger to the power world. I told her I was gonna say that. Because her last name is Stanger, she's no stranger to the power world, get it? Anyway. She's from the Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation, and she lives in Colville Indian Reservation. Right? Tonight, her talent presentation is she'll share the legend of the Central Washington people of the Columbia River. One of Michelle's life ambitions is to travel and explore the world. Her mother, Lucy Stanger, is her role model and inspiration because she's an independent, indigenous woman. I love that. And her current favorite song is Remember Me by Fawn Wood. Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for contestant number 12.
Tatslahain, Inamasunik, Telas Tamai, Naat Siwas Haslo. Today I'm telling the legend of how coyotes saved the salmon and how salmon saved our people. But let me first start by saying that salmon is very important to our people in the Pacific Northwest. He is considered the leader of our traditional foods, and our traditional foods are very important to us as they have taken care of our people since the beginning of time. But the legend goes like this. Long ago, when there were only animal people, the people were on the brink of starvation. So all the chiefs got together, and they said, there are 3 sisters down the river that have penned up all the salmon. And we need someone to go down and release the salmon so our people will not starve anymore. Coyote, overhearing, says, I will be the one to save the salmon and save our people. So the next day, he goes down the river and finds the camp of the sisters. But since it is very dangerous, because if caught by the sisters, he will be killed. So he disguises himself as a baby to fool the sisters to take him in. And they do. Over the next few days, over his stay with the sisters, he works on breaking the dam that has the penned up salmon. And he releases the salmon, and the salmon are so grateful to Coyote that they follow him in his travels back up the river. And Coyote travels from village to village and offers each chief salmon, only exchanged for one of their daughters' hands in marriage, of course. So that is how salmon is very important to our people. But there are many legends like this amongst my tribe about our animal people, about Coyote the trickster, and our salmon. And I'm so grateful to have learned these stories and heard them repeatedly from my mom, because as she's a history and archaeologist. But I'm so grateful to be here, and Katsiaya Oikla.
14. Ooh. Nukanaivi Yohaller. She's 18 years old, representing the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. Her hometown is Moore, Oklahoma. This evening, her talent presentation is Trail of Tears storytelling and a song. She's an aspiring pharmacist. Nukanivi's favorite Native hero is Shirley Wapasina. She admires Shirley's work on behalf of Native youth and Native royalty. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to contestant number 14.
There were two sisters on the Trail of Tears. They got separated, and one was missing the other and lonesome for her. So she started composing this song along the way. And as the elders heard it, they started singing it too. And it eventually reached to where her sister was, and she in turn was singing the song. The song talks about, wherever you may be, pray for me, and I also will pray for you. As I sing this song, visualize this young girl composing this and being by herself and lonesome. And when you sing these songs, that's what it's supposed to bring out. Her compassion and loneliness that she had for her sister with the way she composed this song. Estamanes domes folatskid amimi kosapaj kin anu chimimi kosabagi mikosabal ketoyatskav momes komagi histamanes domes polatskid amimi kosapaj kin anu chimimi kosabagi itkinakal ketoyatskav momes komagi istamanes domes volatskid amimi kosapaj kin anu chimimi kosabagi chawandag kitoyatskav momes komagi istamanes domes volatskid amimi kosapaj kin anu chimimi kosabagi. Middle.
All right. Next up, we'll have contestant number 15, Tori McConnell. She is 23 years old, representing the Yurok and Kuruk tribes of northwestern California. She comes to us, her hometown, what was the name of that? Eureka, California. Her talent will be a cultural creativity. She is a Kuruk language apprentice, artist, and muralist. She is also a partic in one of their tribe's first cooking titles that she won. Was the first ever Yurok tribe. You guys seen the show Chopped? This was Res Chopped. She won that, and her prize was a camp stove, cooking gear, and a block of commodity cheese, which somebody walked off with. Her mom said it must have been hot commodities. So with that, give a round of applause to contestant number 15, Tori McConnell.
Piabe nanu chupsach wikan sas. Payem na wikan karu. Nani wik ipnuik tihat parak tharufapuch karuis cha chipmuk. Pishich tani pastjip. Daitam nani taif tanikiati. Karikas nani taif tani wikado karu tani adav. Ni tonti karuni ikti nani parak faru fupuch. Wa kumai nanik kodik umusayab. Payum nanik kodik umusayab hum ha hamme. Ipnewik tihat tip tip karu pan yurada mug. Apsun yufiv kunish. Chawude. Nitachapti muabkam kadu muwasikam. Taitam tanipthith. Like my ancestors and many talented individuals in my community, I am an artist. I create traditional basketry with materials that we gather from our ancestral environment. I also express my values and cultural experience through beautiful visual art such as the one that you see here. As a singer and creator of songs, in fact, one of my first songs was an expression of deep love, value, respect, and gratitude for these creative energies that define both myself and my people. Yotawa.
Beautiful voice. Let's give her another big round of applause. That was absolutely gorgeous. Contestant number 16, Faithlyn Seawright. She's 25 years old, representing the Chickasaw and Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. Her hometown is Ada, Oklahoma. Tonight, her talent presentation is stomp dancing and the role of the Shell Shakers. Faithlyn's favorite sport to watch and to play is stickball, and her favorite pet is her cow cat. She'll tell you all about it later. His spirit name is Attacked by Birds. Yes, I think it speaks for itself. Her career ambition is to become a Chickasaw language youth education instructor, and she's currently enrolled in that particular program at the Academy Adult Immersion Program. Her favorite role model is activist and former Cherokee principal, Chief Wilma Mankiller. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for contestant number 16, Faithlyn Seawright.
Chukma, Sojo for Faithlyn Taloa Seawright, Chikasha Mecha Chatasaya. Hello, my name is Faithlyn Taloa Seawright. I am Chickasaw and Choctaw. Tonight, I will share about Chickasaw stomp dancing and the significant role our women have as shell shakers. Traditionally, in the spring, we dance during the green corn ceremony to welcome the new year, time of harvest, and time of renewal. Unfortunately, we no longer have this ceremony, but our stomp dances are still performed as they are sacred to us. We dance counterclockwise around Loa Kolitopa, the sacred fire. We dance this way because our hearts are on the left side, and it is the way the world turns. Over here, I have our deer toe shakers. And we have my favorite, the turtle shakers. These are made from the female eastern woodland box turtle shell. Contemporary shakers
are made from tomato paste or evaporated milk cans. We get them from Walmart. Turtles and cans are filled with river rocks, giving them their unique sound. When we get ready to dance, we dance only counterclockwise around Loa Kolitopa. We never turn our back on the fire. The smoke of this fire carries our prayers up to Abba Benitli, he who sits on high, the Creator. Our men are called stomp dance leaders, and our women are called shell shakers because we keep the rhythm of the music with shakers tied onto our legs, a role that is vital when dancing, because no matter how many stomp dance leaders we have, if there's not one shell shaker present, we will not dance. I am wearing a set of tomato paste can shakers. They are very loud. This is how all shakers will be worn. Sometimes with towels wrapped around the legs first, to avoid getting blisters as we dance from sundown to sunrise. We have social dances like the friendship dance, snake dance, and garfish dance. But my favorite are the stomp dances. When we get ready to sing, we follow a man-woman format with a stomp dance leader and lead shaker in front. Stomp dance leaders each have their own song and will ask a shaker to lead for him. I usually lead for my father or cousins. Sapisa cha haglo. Watch and listen as I demonstrate the footwork. I will be dancing twice as many steps as the men would. Protect our song and dances. Pass it on to our children. Yako ki.
All right. That was contestant number 16. We got 27 more to go, so hope you guys are enjoying the show. almost that much. But right now we're going to have contestant number 17, Niagara Rockbridge. She'll be coming out. You know her? She's 23 years old, representing the Navajo Nation. You guys act like you're local. She's coming to us from Pinon, Arizona. Easy, every time. And tonight her tradition is Life Cycle of Corn. Her favorite person is her little brother who has taught her patience, understanding, and compassion. Currently a student, she is pursuing a career as a government and legislative associate. So let's give a round of applause to contestant number 17, Niagara Rockbridge.
Yat she ya Niagara Rockbridge in she kia ani nishle ashkat zahobash chin na kaidene dashe tohane dashnale akot out ya dna san nishle. Thank you all for joining us this evening to witness the next generation of wisdom keepers. Tonight, I would like to share with you the Diné teachings of planting corn. As we enter into the season of planting, it is important to reflect on the stories, songs, and prayers of our ancestors. Oral tradition has always been the fundamental foundation for the transmission of knowledge among our native communities. In Diné creation stories, it is told that we transition through 4 worlds. In each one of these worlds, we were given weapons as a means of protection, but also gifts to help us sustain life. One of the first gifts that was given was Natan corn, first given to a first woman by Hashayatke, one of our holy deities. Upon receiving this gift, she was told, "This gift we have given you will represent our traditional knowledge, identity, songs, prayers, and most importantly, your very connection to Nihimana Hassan, Mother Earth. As the first kernel is planted in the ground, you begin to tend and care for its well-being just as you would a child. And as time goes on, that kernel begins to sprout and form its leaves. Now it is said that a corn stalk would not reach maturity until all 12 of its leaves have been formed. Each kernel on the cob representing the thinking, learning, planning, and acquiring of knowledge, symbolizing the gift of life. At the tip of the corn, also known as azod, represents our prayers. This is where the collection of our tchadadin, or corn pollen, takes place. It serves as an offering and a blessing to our holy deities. By allowing ourselves to begin each day with prayer, reinstates hujan, or harmony, within ourselves. At every stage of life, there is a sacred song and prayer that is utilized to ensure a successful harvest, with many more to come. I would like to share partial of a inabayin, the song of life and prosperity, so that you may all have a prosperous life filled with many blessings. Hey ane yang ne jane ne jane ne jane hey ena ne jane di no hey hey ne o o te da ne hosane ye te de ya te khle ye katsa ana ye ka big e ho jogo di no al jense la go ne jane hey ena ne jane di no hey hey ne o ahead. Thank you.
She's pretty amazing.
I'm Miss Indian World, Tori McConnell.
You're invited to a night of pageantry and culture at the Miss Indian World Traditional Presentations, Thursday, April 25th, 2024 in Albuquerque. Be a part of the Gathering of Nations, North America's biggest powwow.
I'll see you there.
I asked people to go to these celebrations, go to this powwow here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, because there's not a feeling like it, of family history, of expressing who they are.
Everyone is invited. Make your plans to attend the Gathering of Nations, North America's biggest powwow.
I think this would be a great photo op moment, and my hashtag is Lisa Meaches. So take some pics of us. Just kidding. Okay, we're going to do some announcements right now. The Gathering of Nations powwow was held at Tingley Coliseum on the Powwow Grounds at Expo, New Mexico. Dancer registration opens at 9 a.m. inside Gate 8 parking lot. Tickets are available throughout the weekend. Doors open at 10 a.m. to the public for the powwow. The next announcement is really important. A friendly reminder of this policy: one person, one seat. Don't be that Indian who has 10 seats covered with that one blanket. Don't be that guy or gal. Don't be stingy. Sharing is caring. Just wanted to remind everybody about that. Right? It'll probably be me. Just watch, it'll be me. And so here we are with Miss Indian World. Tell us about your year, right? How was your year? What stands out most?
Well, definitely I have so many things that I could say that stands out the most, but I would want to make mention that a component of my platform this year has been language revitalization, and I actually got to sit for about an hour one-on-one with Deb Holland and talk to her about my story and why I think the Lakota language is extremely important to me and why I'm passionate about it. And so I was allowed to go there and speak with her about the funding, and it currently stands at $14 million, but I proposed a raise to $30 million.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing. So what's happening tomorrow?
Ooh, tomorrow, stage 49?
Yeah.
Yes. So actually at 1 o'clock, I believe, I'll be on stage 49 with my electric guitar after grand entry. And for the very first time in the States, now I've been to Europe and done this, but the very first time here, I'll actually be playing some tunes, singing some songs, and getting to share some fun memories with you all.
And if you haven't had a chance yet, she's been practicing online on her social media platforms, and it's pretty spectacular. Her folks are like super proud of you.
Yes, well, I would hope so. Thank you. Shout out to Mom,
right?
sister.
Like, doesn't she, her beadwork is stellar, and you're also having a special.
Yes, correct. So actually, Friday night grand entry, following grand entry that evening, I'm having a horse dance special. And so the reason why I chose horse dance is because all my life I was raised on the back of a horse. If I wasn't doing homework or playing music, I was outside with my horse. And so I've been barrel racing since 4, and my family has taught me the cultural value and the significance of what that horse can do for me. And so one way that I want to honor them and kind of get a shout out to the Horse and Rider Regalia Parade that my father and I are actually the 2-time world champs for, I want to bring that into the powwow grounds and have that special.
Awesome. Let's give her a big round of applause. She's going to introduce our next act. Take it away.
Yes. Alani is a 19-year-old songwriter and producer from Santa Clara Pueblo, New Mexico. Her 5 albums, yes, give a hands up, New Mexico. Her 5 album releases have garnered plays throughout many countries and regions on online listening platforms. Alani's newest album, Mortified, can be found on all streaming platforms, and for more information, go to www.alanimusic.com or @AlaniMusic on Instagram. She will also be performing at the Gathering of Nations Arena and Stage 49. So I know I can admire a fellow 19-year-old who can rock it on the guitar. But may you all please put your hands together and welcome Alani.
Awesome.
Hi. How's everyone tonight? This first song I'm going to play is called Starry Eyed. It's from my latest album. One second, we're not getting sound.
Announcements? Well, we're waiting. I think we're all good to go. Are we good to go?
Yeah, there's a bit of sound difficulty, so the first song I'll play is called I Ran Into You.
Let's put it up for her one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I won't lie, I'm trying my best not run into you at the store. Know it's best for us. Tonight we're holding on. It was 3 years ago, where did time go? We're quick to moving on. I know it really sucks. Do-do-do-do-do. Could you see that I tried this out too? And we tore it up. I saw that you saw her and I again last month. I can't apologize for what I'm doing right when I'm not with you. Do-do-do-do-do. I wrote songs you dislike. It was hard to realize they were out of line. I was young and confused. I know it's a bad excuse. I did stuff I can't believe. It doesn't seem like I would, but I did them, I did. I can't believe what I've done. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Could you see that I tried this out too? And we tore it up. I saw that you saw her and I again last month. I can't apologize for what I'm doing right when I'm not with you. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, sounds working. All right, this next song I'm gonna play is called Out Loud. Oops. Burning up out, it doesn't really matter as long as I got you simplified in lights outside. Can't live on without you telling me about your lovely thoughts out loud, out loud. Can you say them out loud? Can you say them out loud? Teach me how you be everything that breathes right now, energetically speaking. Can't live on without you holding me closely. Forehead unannounced, out loud, out loud. Can I feel you out loud? Can I feel you out loud? Can you feel me out loud? Can you feel me out loud? Can you feel me out loud? Thank you. Thank you. This next song is called Mortified, and it's from my newest album that just came out, and it's the title track. Go ahead, write me off. Terrified by the thought that I'm not good enough to be you. Never all that good. Trying for years, getting better every time. myself, mortified by myself. You can find me at my website, www.ailanimusic.com, and that's AILANI, and also on Instagram at ailanimusic, AILANI.
Elena, ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause. 18 years old. 18. Oh my God. That's something. Jason, you want to tell us something?
All right. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
We're going to have announce some special thanks and shout outs right now. Well, special thanks to the Miss Indian World Committee, Beulah Sunrise, Deborah and Shauna Sunrise, Sharon Roberts, Tony Edwards Williams, Nikki Santos. We also have former Miss Indian World from 19. What? Oh, no, never mind the year. Miss Tia Schindler, and another former Miss Indian World, Cheyenne Kippenberger. We also have Azel Hamatawa. She is the Assistant Program Coordinator, and Melanie Matthews, the Program Coordinator. Give them a round of applause. They're the ones who helped put it all together.
Big round of applause. Don't forget about the special Saturday afternoon junior men's grass, 15 to 30 years old, versus senior men's grass, 31 plus. Oh my God, I'm going to be there for that. Sponsored by the Gathering of Nations Powwow. And special hand drum contest sponsored by Virtual Round Dance, Dallas Waskahat, and Fawn Wood. Let's give them a big round of applause. Yes, and a smoke dance contest will be included with the other dance contest categories, both evenings sponsored by Miss Verna Street. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Geez, I really thought Duke was sponsoring the smoke dance. Slow roller there, huh?
Get it? Did you get it?
So right there we got, also tell you about the Miss Indian World competition. They have different competitions throughout the week. They have their essay, their personal interview, public speaking, and dance. Tonight is the traditional talent presentation. They'll have a total of 25 judges throughout just to make sure everything is fair.
These ladies have been working since they landed here in New Mexico. I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard to watch them work. It's been such a journey for them to even get here, and so I want to give them a special acknowledgement on behalf of all of us that have been working with them all day. It's wonderful being backstage with these young women. Absolutely amazing, razzle dazzle. That's the only word that describes this day.
Well, we might as well also give out an acknowledgement to all of their families, because without their families' participation, it'd be extremely hard. There's a lot of work. It takes months and summers and the whole winter to prepare for this event. Give them a round of applause, sure. That's what we want to do. So we'll get things moving along.
Contestant number 18, Miss Casey Dixie. She's 24 years old, representing the Shoshone-Bannock tribe of Fort Hall, Idaho. Tonight, her talent presentation, Shoshone-Bannock traditional circle dance presentation. Her career ambition is to become a lawyer, and her role models include her grandmother, the very first Miss Indian America from her res. Let's give it up for contestant number 18, Casey Dixie.
Sandave, Ninani Ha, Casey Dixie, na Shoshone Bannock, na Bohogo Naita, na Fort Hall, Idaho Naita. Good day, everyone. My name is Casey Dixie. I am Shoshone-Bannock from Fort Hall, Idaho. Tonight, I will be singing circle dance songs. These songs are prayer songs that are sang in the spring. Spring is about new life. Animals are having their babies. Plants are beginning to grow again. Flowers are blossoming. And that is why these songs are sang at this time. These songs are sang in Shoshone, Bannock, or Shoshone Paiute. Traditionally, these songs are sang outside around a fire.
Today, we sing these songs and we perform these dances in lodges. Pictured is Buffalo Lodge, one of the 5 lodges at my reservation where these dances are held. Second picture is some of the Fort Hall circle dance singers. Not all of them are pictured, and some that are pictured are no longer here with us. So when you sing these songs, you sing them with great honor and respect. Back at home, they are currently doing these dances because it is that time of year. So tonight, I am grateful to share with you the song that my grandfather and I composed. When these songs are sang, they're sharing a picture with you in our native tongue. When the singers compose these songs, they are showing you through the song what they saw in that moment. So when my grandfather and I composed this song, we saw birds flying over the tules by the Snake River that flows through our reservation. So tonight I will be singing a song in my Shoshone tongue. On stage with me, I have Ninami, Susan, and my Nababi, my older brother, Lyman, who will be doing the dance while I am singing. So with that, I'll go ahead and sing. Devano homano, devano homano, devano homano, saifere vayodikin, saifere vayodikin, saifere vayodikin, saifere vayodikin, devano homano, devano homano, devano homano, saifere vayodikin, saifere vayodikin, saifere vayodikin, saifere vayodikin, hey o waina. So with that song, I want to send many blessings to you all, and thank you for coming here to support my sisters, Miss Indian World contestants, and I. Thank you, Usindaga.
Good job. You know what? Let's give our stagehands a round of applause. They've been doing an excellent job. They've been on the ball, moving quickly. Geez, not that slow. A little hot. There we go. All right, our next contestant, number 19, Summer Bowman. She is 20 years old, representing the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, coming to us from Eagle Butte, South Dakota. Her talent will be the evolution of the sacred skirt. One of her favorite snacks, she likes hot Cheetos and pickles. And her favorite pet is her cat named Stanley Cat. She is pursuing a career as a teacher and a role model, is her mom. So let's give her a round of applause, contestant number 19, Summer Bowman.
My relatives, tonight I would like to talk about the sacred skirt. Firstly, I'd like to address the war bonnet I am wearing. I am honoring my Lekshi, Jamie Bad Warrior. He was honorably discharged after serving 12 years in the Army. He is a Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient. On stage tonight, I'm joined by my chue, Genevieve Iron Lightning. She is my older sister and professional hype man. For many moons, this skirt has been used for ceremony. Traditionally, our men wore it plainly and our women wore tea dresses. This is an example of a tea dress. Pate Samwi, she brought us our 7 Lakota values, ceremony and sweat. She taught us that our women are sacred and that they are to be kept modest. Over time, men and women alike, they started to wear the ceremonial skirt. This is an example of one that my unchi, Eleanor Iron Lightning, uses. As we continue throughout time, these skirts evolved. They gained ribbons and meanings of their own. This is a prayer skirt that my chue made. We both reach for it whenever we are attending a sacred event. Skirts can also be meanings of strength. This is a skirt that my ina, Jennifer Bowman, wears. It was gifted to her by my Lekshi, Travis Albers, made by his ina, Donna Albers. Skirts can also be representations of our family. This is a skirt that my chue made. As you can see, this red ribbon throughout the middle was gifted to her by one of our Lekshis. It was our unchi, Carmelitas, before she passed into the spirit world. Some skirts are also representations of our milestones. This is a skirt that my ina, Jennifer Bowman, made for me when I graduated high school. Some skirts are also fashion statements. This is a skirt that one of my relatives, Raya LeBeau, made for me. When we wear these skirts and are gifted them, we need to understand the trust between one another, the bonds that we create, and the prayerful lives that we live. When we wear these skirts, we are humble, respectful, and spiritual. There is a lot of controversy behind the ribbon skirt with our older and younger generations, but we need to understand that when we wear them, we come together as one with Unchi Maka, our Mother Earth. I would like to thank everyone tonight for coming out and supporting our contestants and the Miss Indian World pageant. Pilamiaye, thank you. Let's go.
So beautiful. Thank you for that. Contestant number 20, Anawake Toyakoya. She's from the Kiowa Nation in Anadarko, Oklahoma. Let's give it up for her. Tonight, her talent presentation, she'll be sharing a story about how to keep our stories alive. One of her strengths is her ability to look on the bright side of things, and her Granny Dawn is a role model because she encouraged and instilled hopes and dream in her. She is an aspiring athletic trainer and a fan of the Māori producer actor Taika Waititi. And her favorite snacks include blueberries, and she loves painting. So please, let's give it up for contestant number 20.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anawake Toikoya, and tonight my traditional talent, I will be telling you a Koigu Kaiwa story. Long ago, there was a man separated from a war party. As you can see here, this is a painting I did. When he was trying to look for this, as he was wandering, he gave up. He laid at the base of this hill, and then he heard singing on the other side. He gathered the rest of his energy and crawled to the other side and seen a wolf dancing and singing. The wolf noticed him and brought him to the other side. He fed him and nourished him and then taught him these dances and these songs. The next morning, he took him back to this camp, and he told him before they left and parted ways, you take care of these songs, you take care of this dance, and in return, it will take care of you. And today, us, Koigu Kaiwa people, still practice this dance every year, 4th of July in Carnegie, Oklahoma. This is how we celebrate our new year and keep our resilience. This is what makes me Kaiwa and a proud Kaiwa. I have been dancing in the arena since I was a young girl, and every time I go home and dance and we bring in the new year, I can feel the earth's heartbeat on my feet. And when I hear the songs that they play for us, I can feel my family with me. I can feel them today, and it warms my heart. I'm very happy to be here and share that knowledge with you, because hopefully this encourages you to go home, learn the traditions, learn the stories, because that's how we're going to build up this next generation. I wish our elders could be here forever, but they can't. So we have to take care of those stories, those songs, those dances, and we have to be happy and proud of who we are. I am a proud woman. I am a proud Koigu Kaiwa woman. And I hope this encourages you all. Again, this is a painting I did on the story that I shared with you all tonight. I did it in my style, and this is obviously the men, the war party, and then the gourd dance and the wolf that we acknowledge here today. I would like to thank everyone for coming out, for not only myself but my sisters that you've already seen and will continue to see. We appreciate you so much, and I hope you soak up this knowledge that we share with you all tonight. Thank you. Aho.
Gotcha. All right. Next up, we will have contestant number 21, Shima Crosby. She is 21 years old, representing the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians, coming to us from Choctaw, Mississippi. Woo! I like that. One of her favorite books is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and she draws inspiration from Native American fashion designer B. Yellowtail. Tonight, her talent will be a tribute to strong Ohoyos, so give a round of applause, Shima Crosby.
Ohoyo, in my Choctaw language, my Chata Nopa means woman. All women are strong women, and each and every one of us in this room knows a strong women within our families, households, and communities that have influenced our lives. I will be telling y'all about the strong women within my life, as well as the amazing women whose beautiful creations I get to display for y'all. So to start, my traditional Choctaw dress was made by Lisa Thompson of the Bookchitto community, and she is a dedicated mother and grandmother. My tribe is a matriarchy, which means that women not only held positions of power within the government, but also within our community. It is said that the sash belt was once used as a family crest that we would wear across our chest to show who and where we came from. And I am proud to say that this sash belt was made by a beautiful mother and daughter duo, Ms. Tashia Williamson and her mother, Janice. My silver bugle bead collar necklace was made by a great family friend of mine, Ms. Valerie Willis, but everybody just call her Nell. And she comes from my home community of Tiak Hagia. My medallion necklace, my earrings, my handkerchief lapel, and my ribbon lapels on the back, if y'all can see, were all made by a skilled and extremely talented beater across my tribe, Ms. Habina Wallace. And my seed bead collar necklace was made by Jasmine Cumby of the Bihiayasha community. You can tell what a Choctaw woman carries in her heart through the story of her traditional attire. My beadwork is of a hush-to-pushik, a butterfly, to show my growth as an individual, how I went from a shy, scared little girl and blossomed into an independent, strong young woman. But I would not be the woman that I am today without the woman that helped raise me, my Pukni, my grandmother, whose blessings continue to follow me to this day, even as she watches above me. Today, our women, our indigenous women, feel unsafe, feel scared within their ancestral lands, within their homes. So I ask you, I ask all of you, I ask Indian country to continue to fight and protect our indigenous women. Because who will? Who? So to my own mother, I love you. Your pain, your sacrifices, your tears, and your love do not go unnoticed. It is because of you that I have the courage to stand on this stage. To the other women, Ohoyos, mothers, aunties out there, you are sacred, you are loved, you are treasured, and you ignite the pride within every single one of us. Yokoke, thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Contestant number 22, Miss Nadia Kent. She's 23 years old, representing the Ponca Nation. Her hometown is White Eagle, Oklahoma. Tonight, her talent presentation is the Wolf Dance, and a special meaning and memory for Nadia is of her late grandmother, Harriet, telling Nadia she represented what the 3 teepees in the Ponca tribal seal meant. Let's give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Contestant number 22, Nadia Kent.
Ponca Wolf Dance is a part of the Ponca Sun Dance ceremony. When the men will dance in the arena, their mother or wives will dance around the arena with them. As time went on, the Ponca people had decided to put the sun dance away, but they still wanted to keep the songs alive, so they gave the Wolf Dance songs to the women of the tribe, which is still practiced today, and we will now demonstrate at this time. There is so much more history behind the wolf dance itself. Hopefully, one day I will be able to tell you all. But for now, I hope you guys have safe travels home, and I pray that Wakanda, God, will be with you all and your communities. Wakanda uheke uda wibaha.
Ooh-cha. All right, now we're going to be moving on to contestant number 23, Alexis Madrid. She is 25 years old, representing the Oneida tribe. Would you believe she is from Oneida, Wisconsin to boot? So she is also doing a talent of basket making. Currently working as an emergency dispatcher, Alexis has found something that she loves and a way to help her community. Her parents are her role model, and she appreciates the helping hand and love they share with everyone. One of her favorite movies is White Chicks. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. So with that, give a round of applause to contestant number 23, Alexis Madrid.
Sagali sagwek, yeni gulale, niangets, oge nienta, nivagata lota, oneenta aga ni. Hello everyone, my name is Yeni Gulale, which translates to she takes care and she is careful. My English name is Alexis Madrid. I'm a member of the Turtle Clan and people of the standing stones of land and earth that I come from. Today for my talent, I brought basket making. Baskets are the most preserved thing in craft of the 6 nations. Baskets are used and are still used today to collect, gather, and store our goods. Historically, they were used to collect and carry our corn, our meat, and our dried foods. More recently, our baskets have been leaning more towards our rectangular market shape with handles due to design and development. They also lead more towards picnic baskets, laundry hampers, even sewing baskets. When we make our baskets, we use traditional Native American materials like birch bark, black ash, and sweetgrass. Our black ash tradition is to go find our tree that is usually grown in swampy areas. Once we find our tree, we say a prayer to our tree. We thank our tree. Once our prayer is complete, we then can complete our cut down process. Once that is complete, we then start our long, tedious process of pounding out the tree to
to make splints that make our wonderful baskets here with me today. Today, I brought a couple baskets of my own, and not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. They're beautiful. Today, I brought one of my laundry baskets. It's pretty traditional. The only thing not traditional is the handles. It's made out of cloth. The next thing, I was gifted a wonderful black ash bracelet from my auntie. My auntie is the one that got me started with basket making. This is a black ash basket. Very tedious, very small. I don't have those small fingers to make this, but I'm very thankful for her. She's one of the many basket artists that has won many competitions, first place all over the US. She is amazing, and I'm very grateful for her. The third basket I have is just a plain, simple, smaller basket. That's just the start to show the weaving process and how it starts to stand. My next basket I have is my first basket I made with my auntie. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this. And when I say that, I more mean tears. I cried a lot, okay? It was hard. I thought the hearts were gonna be pretty easy. They weren't. But like I said, it's beautiful, and I'm proud of my accomplishments. My next basket is what I was talking about, the rectangular market basket with the handle. It's gonna be more traditional. I started it, didn't finish it. I'm one of those people that likes to start new things and doesn't finish. I like to say thank you and Yawanko, thanks for coming.
Wonderful. Contestant number 24, Casey O'Field. She's 25 years old, representing the Cherokee Nation from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Tonight, her talent presentation is Cherokee Traditions and Hymns. She says that playing badminton against her brother is her favorite thing to do. Her favorite native celeb is Lane Factor, Cheese from Reservation Dogs. Last year, Casey participated in Remember the Removal, a 1,000-mile bike ride, retracing the Cherokee removal route, widely known as the Trail of Tears. So please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for contestant number 24, Casey O'Field.
Sionagad, Casey Tlogesi Dawado, Jalagihi Ayet Ligela, Gali Aleg Jigadoha. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Casey O'Field, and I'm honored to be representing the Cherokee Nation. Tonight, I want to share with you some of the beauty of my tribe's traditions. This turkey tear dress was made by my mother when I was a young girl. We adorn our tear dresses with corned bean necklaces, belts, baskets, and feather capes. Unigala Jalagikati, Elisi Jagesa Dinadala'i, Pearl Dudo Dakwa'i. My Cherokee name is Unigala, and I'm named after my great Aunt Pearl, who exemplified the values which we uphold as Cherokees, such as unity, empathy, gratitude. Aunt Pearl taught my mom how to sew, how to sing and speak in Cherokee, and how to pick and prepare our own food, such as wild onions, kanechi, and wishi. I brought this photo of my father here with my grandma Bobby, my Elisi, picking 2 robust bundles of wishi. And as you can see, the wishi grow pretty big. It is because of these 2 matrilineals that our traditions have been passed down to me. In 2022, I was honored to be a member of the first all-female Remember the Removal bike ride team, which retraces the northern route of Cherokee removal, often known as the Trail of Tears. But in Cherokee, we say Degejiyi Lastana, which means when they were herded. Our ancestors faced unimaginable cruelty during those times. But growing up, I was taught that they would sing songs of hope and survival to the Creator. One of those songs was the Cherokee hymn Orphan Child. And tonight, I want to share with you a portion of that song. That song was sung during one of the darkest times in our history. But because of our ancestors' strength and resiliency, today we are still singing those songs. And as we leave here tonight, I just want to remind everyone that if you feel like you're going through your darkest moment, remember that there is always hope. The same hope that carried our ancestors is the same hope that will continue to carry all of us. Thank you all for listening to me. It has been my honor. And until we meet again, widow.
All right, next up, contestant number 25, Cassie Frank. She is 21 years old, representing the Navajo Nation. Coming to us from Lukachukai, Arizona. Tonight, her talent will be the Navajo Hogan description. One of her favorite Navajo foods is blue corn mush with sugar. Is everybody getting hungry too? You know, standing up here, I could tell who's at the snack bar. Your faces are just shining still. Right now, she is currently a business administrative student, and her role model is her mother, who she feels is tougher than nails. So give a round of applause to contestant number 25, Cassie Frank.
Yat shik edo shidine Cassie Peshlai Frankinshia, the Bethla Juna Nishle, Bit Atni Bashishin, Tachini Dashache, Tobahida Shinella. Hello everyone, my name is Cassie Frank. I am from Lukachukai, Arizona, and also from Farmington, New Mexico. Today I would like to share with you my home, the Navajo Hogan, also called the Howan Namaze, the Roundhouse. Here we have a female Hogan. It has 8-sided walls that represent the 8 sacred ceremonies of the Dene. It has 9 poles that help stabilize it that represent the 9 moon cycles before a mother gives birth to her child. The rounded rooftop represents her pregnant belly. Inside the Hogan is one huge room, and in the center sits a fire pit that represents the umbilical cord that connects the child to the mother. Here we have the male Hogan, which is in person is more shaped like a pyramid. It has 4 main logs that represent the 4 seasons, the 4 sacred mountains, and the 4 directions. Both Hogans have ground that's the floor that represents Mother Earth, and then the top represents Father Sky, and everything else in between represents all living things and who you are as a person. I lived in the Hogan for several years, and it taught me many things: how to build my own fire, how to cook, and how to be an independent woman. I would like to share how important a home is to us. We don't realize how important our homes are. Our homes are family. It keeps us protected, warm, and safe. So I would all like to leave you with, thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting all of us contestants. And most importantly, thank your house for protecting you, keeping you safe, keeping your family safe. And again, you can call your home a Hawana Mazeh. Thank you again. Ahyehe.
Wonderful. Contestant number 26, Miss Camille Johnson. She's 25 years old, right? For representing the Alabama. You know, you got me mixed up. Representing the Alabama Coushatta tribe of Texas, from Livingston, Texas. Absolutely. Tonight, her talent presentation is the legend of why Possum's tail is bare. Camille is in the field of public health and is pursuing a life ambition of encouraging and empowering her tribe to choose healthy lifestyles for themselves and future generations. She is a Grey's Anatomy fan, and her favorite song is As It Was by Harry Styles. So please give it up to contestant number 26, Camille Johnson.
Chigma, good evening. It's good to see you all. As Indigenous people, we have many stories within our respected tribes and nations, stories that teach us life lessons and morals. Tonight, I want to share a story from my tribe of why Sukahaka, Possum's tail is bare. Long ago, Sukahaka had a long, beautiful, and bushy tail. He would go around his village, strutting and showing off his appendage. Also at this time, Kono, skunk, had a long, slender, and bare tail. Because of how unattractive his tail was, he'd always get made fun of by Sukahaka. Your tail is scraped and bare. My tail is full and beautiful. One particular day, Kono grew tired of the name calling by Sukahaka and decided he wanted to play a trick on him. Konoha asked Sukahaka, "Sukahaka, are you going to attend a dance tomorrow?" Sukahaka says, "Psh, of course I am. I want to show off my beautiful tail." After Kono confirmed this, Kono got with his friend Solota, Cricket, and said, "Cricket, I've grown tired of the name calling by Sukahaka. I want to play a trick on him, and you're going to help me. I want you to help prepare his tail for the big dance tomorrow, but instead, I want you to chop off his tail and switch it for mine." Of course, Solota agreed. So the next day, Solota went to Sukahaka's house to help prepare his tail. As he's preparing his tail, he pretends to brush it. Instead, he's gnawing it off in a way that's completely unnoticeable. After several minutes later, Solota gnaws off the tail and makes the tail switch. As he's tying on the new tail, he tells Sukahaka, "Sukahaka, I'm placing deerskin onto your tail. This will keep your tail smooth. Whatever you do, do not take it off until you enter the dance arena." Of course, Sukahaka agreed. So later that night, Sukahaka went to the dance, and he remembered Solota's instructions. So right as he's about to enter the dance arena, he takes off his deerskin and begins to dance. As he's dancing, he looks around and sees his friends laughing and smiling at him. At this point, he's thinking, "Psh, they enjoy my dancing. Let me dance even harder for them." So he dances harder and harder and faster, and finally the laughs just grow louder and louder. He stops and says, "What's going on? Why are you laughing at me?" And the animals point at him, and he looks down and sees his tail is bare. At this point, he runs out of the dance arena and up the nearest tree. As he's in the tree crying, the animals follow him out and begin to throw stones at him. One stone in particular hits him in the head and causes him to fall from the tree. On his way down to the ground, his tail happens to wrap around a tree branch. So to this day, this is why the Alabama Kashadas believe why Sukahaka, possum's tail, is bare, and also why he hangs by his tail. This story is not only important to Alabama Kashadas, but is especially important to us all, seeing as it teaches us to not be boastful or live in vain of what Creator's given us. Instead, we should be thankful each and every day for the gifts bestowed upon us. So whether we have a beautiful and full tail or a slender and bare tail, just know you are all beautiful in your own way, whether you see it or not. As Indigenous people, our culture, language, and stories are especially important to us, seeing as this is what makes us all unique. So tonight, I encourage you all to go home and share your stories with each other, whether it be a creation story or a story similar to the one I shared tonight. I appreciate your time and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Alila Malo. Thank you.
Wow, what did you guys think of our young women? Amazing. Oh my God. We have a bright future ahead of us. Speaking of bright futures, I want to give a shout out to all of the royalty in the audience, male, female. Please stand up, take your bow. We're here for you. You're going to be on the stage soon. Wonderful. Thank you so much, royalty, for taking that acknowledgement. Oh my God, look at them all. Look at all the crowns, everybody. So beautiful. Chimmigwitch.
I don't know if they put the spotlight back on the crowd or just that grease just shining.
Right?
Hey. All right, we also want to give a shout out before our next entertainment come out. He just got quiet. Right. No, just kidding, just kidding. But next, we have the National Institute of Flamenco. We want to thank them for coming out. That was our opening act. They were established in 1982. The National Institute of Flamenco has developed into an internationally significant arts organization. So we wanted to give them a shout out.
Also, special acknowledgements. To produce this event and produce this show takes a lot of hands on deck. And so we want to acknowledge some of the team that work with us. Rick Huff of Some Stuff from Huff Sound and Audio Dubs. He's the voice of God. He's the guy that brings everybody together. Rick, could you give us a sample of your voice?
Oh, but of course.
Right, see? Voice of God, that's what we call him in the biz. And Vincent Guzman from Unit Sound, John Glesred from ADI Productions, Albuquerque Convention Center, Ms. Maggie Brown, Charmaine James, Melissa Sanchez of Emergence Productions, and the entire Emergent event staff. And again, a big heartfelt thank you from the Gathering of Nations Powwow for hosting this amazing pageant every single year. Thank you, Chimmigwitch.
And also, to give everybody a heads up, Friday evening, after the evening grand entry, is the Miss Indian World Contest. That's the dance competition. Again, that's Friday evening. Saturday evening after grand entry is the outgoing Miss Indian World presentation and the crowning of the new Miss Indian World. And Friday and Saturday, they have the horse regalia parade and competition. They are held daily, Friday and Saturday at 4 p.m.
An extra little la la la.
Roseanne's happy. And we also have a special horse dance contest Friday, sponsored by Miss Indian World 2022, Tashina Red Hawk and family. And don't forget about the special dance contest, Young Women's Jingle Dress, 15 to 30 years old, first place, $500. So they can all go visit Duke.
Oh my God, he's never going to live this night down. We want to thank our amazing panel of judges. Let's give them another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And we're often told when we gather together like this, all of us Indian nations, Creator is walking with us as well as our ancestors. So I want to thank each and every one of you who wore your skirts and got together and wore our Sunday best for our women, and to show them that the pride that they carry is ours as well. So please give yourselves a big round of applause, and for buying tickets. It's a big deal for us. With that,
once again, I am Jason Whitehouse.
And I'm Lisa Meaches. Congratulations again to all of the contestants, and we'll see you tomorrow at Grand Entry.
Here once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our 2023 Miss Indian World contestants. What a beautiful array of Native American tradition, pride, and dignity. Let them know how much you appreciated and enjoyed their presentations. Yes! Thank you all for attending the Miss Indian World Traditional Talent presentations. We will see you tomorrow and Saturday at the Powwow Grounds at Expo, New Mexico for the world's largest powwow, the mighty Gathering of Nations. Let's powwow!
Coming to us from Choctaw, Mississippi, representing the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians, contestant number 1, Alice Keats. And our next contestant number 2, from Salina, Oklahoma, representing the Cherokee, Ponca, and 3 affiliated tribes, Mika Roy, contestant number 2.
Coming to us from De Pere, Wisconsin, representing the Oneida Nation of Wisconsin, contestant number 3, Lauren W. Yowilun McClester Davis. And coming to us from Lamar, Oklahoma, representing the Muskogee Nation, contestant number 4, Claudia McHenry.
And our next contestant from Cass Lake, Minnesota, representing the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe, contestant number 5, Rosalina Hunt. And our next contestant from Mayetta, Kansas, representing the Prairie Band of Potawatomi, Pyramid Lake Paiute, this is Dania Wawasik, contestant number 6.
Coming to us from Nespelem, Washington, representing the Colville Confederated Tribes, contestant number 7, Teray Shanklin Bob. And from Palma Band of Mission Indians, California, representing the Luceño and San Carlos Apache, contestant number 8, Cynthia Bond.
Let's give a welcome to our next contestant from Red Rock, Oklahoma, representing the Oto Missouri Tribes, contestant number 9, Zeneca Leclerc Harrigera. All right, coming to us from Hungaluti Way, California, representing the Washoe Tribe, Shoshone Bannock, and Oglala Lakota Sioux, contestant number 10, Marisa Two Eagle.
From Standing Buffalo, Dakota Nation, Saskatchewan, Canada, comes our next contestant, representing the Sisseton Dakota, Minikoju Lakota, contestant number 11, Alexis Isnana. And coming to us from the Colville Indian Reservation of Washington, representing the Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation, contestant number 12, Michelle Stanger.
And our next contestant, coming to us from Moore, Oklahoma, representing the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, Nakanaivi Yarholer, contestant number 14. Welcome our next contestant from Eureka, California, representing the Yurok and Karuk tribes of Northwestern California, number 15, Tori McConnell.
All right, from Ada, Oklahoma, representing the Chickasaw and Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, contestant number 16, Faithlyn Seawright. And from Pinon, Arizona, representing the Navajo Nation, contestant number 17, Niagara Rockbridge. I think we have a Danette or two.
Okay, Jeanette. Okay, our next contestant from Fort Hall, Idaho, representing the Shoshone Bannock tribes, contestant number 18, Casey Dixie. And our next contestant, coming to us from Eagle Butte, South Dakota, representing the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, contestant number 19, Summer Bowman.
And from Anadarko, Oklahoma, representing the Kiowa tribe, contestant number 20, Anawake Tokoya. And from Choctaw, Mississippi, representing the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians, contestant 21, Shima Crosby.
All right, contestant number 22 from White Eagle, Oklahoma, representing the Ponca tribe, contestant number 22, Nadia Kent. And representing the Oneida tribe from Oneida, Wisconsin, contestant number 23, Alexis Madrid.
from Tahlequah, Oklahoma, representing the Cherokee Nation, contestant number 24, Casey O'Field. And from Lukachukai, Arizona, representing the Navajo Nation, contestant 25, Cassie Frank.
All right, Navajos, shout. Okay. Okay, stop shouting. Okay, our next contestant coming to us from Livingston, Texas, representing the Alabama Coushatta Tribe of Texas, contestant number 26, Camille Johnson.
The Miss Indian World contestants have represented themselves with grace and shared the beauty of their tribes. Let's give these young ladies a big round of applause. And now we welcome our hosts of the Miss Indian World presentation, Lisa Meachus and Jason Whitehouse.
Over here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Rick and Beulah a big round of applause, and all of our committee, and all of these beautiful, amazing young women. One more time. The Miss Indian World competition began on Wednesday with their personal interviews. Thursday was the traditional talent presentations, and yesterday was the public speaking and the dance contest.
And each of these young ladies have represented their tribes and people well. They are judged on their cultural knowledge, personality, and ambassadorship qualities.
Jason, I think we're ready for the awards. And who's ready to hear the crown of who gets to wear the crown for the new Miss Indian World? You guys ready for that? Awesome. I'm going to start with Miss Congeniality. The winner of Miss Congeniality is chosen by these young women themselves. This year, Miss Congeniality is Tori McConnell.
Each category of the competition gets awarded. And right now, the best essay goes to, representing the Oneida Nation, Lauren Yoelun McLester Davis.
Yesterday, they had a chance to speak on stage 49, and they were judged by that. The best public speaker is Camille Johnson. Congratulations.
And the best interview goes to, representing the Navajo Nation, from Pinon, Arizona, Niagara Rockbridge.
Best talent presentation, Tori McConnell. And you saw them dancing last night, ladies and gentlemen. Best Dancer Award goes to Miss Cynthia Bond. Congratulations, ladies.
This is a competition that's taken all week long. These are the awards that were given that have taken place. So right now we're going to get to the crowning. So back to Rick and Beulah.
All right. We're coming down to the wire here. The second runner-up to Miss Indian World accumulated 3,074 points. She is from Livingston, Texas. She is contestant number 26, Camille Johnson.
Showing their
Congratulations, Camille. Let's give her a big round of applause. Second runner-up.
Representing the Alabama Coushatta Tribe of Texas, Camille Johnson.
All right, we're ready for first runner-up. For 1 year, the young lady crowned as Miss, oh, oops, I almost jumped the gun. Let me tell you this. For 1 year, the lady crowned Miss Indian World. She will be the successor. So first runner-up has a big job. First runner-up has 3,115 points. She's from the Navajo Nation, from Pinon, Arizona, Niagara Rockbridge.
All right. You know what time it is now. Can we have a drum roll, please? With 3,154 points, she comes to us representing the Yurok and Karuk tribes of Northwestern California from Eureka, California, Tori McConnell, your new Miss Indian World.
We will need a drum for our honor song coming up. Fort Peck Sioux, stand by. Fort Peck Sioux, stand by. Your new Miss Indian World. Give a big round of applause. Tori McConnell, Eureka, California. Representing the Yurok and Karuk tribes of Northwestern California. Congratulations to Tori.
She can look forward to an absolute whirlwind of a year ahead of her. Personal appearances, traveling, a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'm sure she will be a magnificent representative of the indigenous world to indigenous cultures and other cultures the world over.
Immediately following the crowning, Miss Indian World will meet with the committee and get some business done. Yay, give her a big round of applause. She gets the crown. And Tashina's doing a wonderful job putting that on her head.
And I
she
think
looks beautiful.
That's one of the easiest placements of the crown we've had yet.
Right?
Sometimes it takes a crane.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful, and
That's
she's
marvelous.
beautiful.
All right, there she is.
Now, I have to say, all of these young ladies would have made a wonderful Miss Indian World. They all did a wonderful job throughout the whole pageant. There was no one in the group that was not deserving of Miss Indian World, so they should all pat themselves on the back and congratulate themselves at a job well done. So thank you, ladies, all of you, young women. Thank you for running for Miss Indian World and being here to support your sisters. You're wonderful. You're all wonderful.
Thank you for being shining beams that we have had such fun working with all week long.
You guys are really fun and really smart and great. Super great. Okay, we're having the family of Miss Indian World come on down, Tori's family. Don't forget, immediately following the crowning, Miss Indian World will meet with the committee and get some business done, and then she's gonna be back here in the arena to meet with all of you. We have Fort Peck Sioux Drum standing by. Are you all standing by? Okay. Okay, sit tight for just a second, guys. I thank you for doing this honor song for our new Miss Indian World. Now, just a reminder to you that I know there's a lot of pictures that need to be had, and we're going to be doing that as the night wears on, and we have some business to take care of. Like they said, we're going to have an honor song, and her family's going to file in behind her and honor her in this dance, as well as the Miss Indian World contestants and the committee. Everyone's worked so hard this year and done such a wonderful job. And are we ready? Okay, we're ready. All right, Fort Peck Sioux, we're ready for an honor song for our new Miss Indian World, Miss Tori McConnell from Eureka, California, the new Miss Indian World. Sharon Roberts, come on out. Sharon Roberts, we're calling you. The committee would like to honor Sharon Roberts. She's been on our committee for years, and this year we were without her. We missed her dearly. She's here, though, and we would like her to come up and accept a gift from the committee as we dance the honor song for Miss Indian World. Sharon Roberts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome her in style, your new Miss Indian World, Tori McConnell.
Big round of applause, Miss Indian World, Tori McConnell. Welcome, Tori. And our first and second runner-ups. Lovely job, ladies.
Sharon Roberts joining. Yeah.
Derek Matthews. Derek Matthews, come to the speaker stand.
contestants for Miss Indian World. Thank you so much. And I want to thank let's give a big round of applause to all the royalty that came out here. The first time I've ever seen this, they've come out to honor the new Miss Indian World. Let's give a big round of applause to these gracious young women, wonderful representatives of their communities. Thank you so much for honoring Miss Indian World, ladies. We appreciate all of you. Thank you to the Fort Peck Sioux Drum. We thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful honor song. And we thank you all for your time.
I'm Miss Indian World, Tori McConnell.
You're invited to a night of pageantry and culture at the Miss Indian World Traditional Presentations, Thursday, April 25th, 2024 in Albuquerque. Be a part of the Gathering of Nations, North America's biggest powwow.
I'll see you there.
I asked people to go to these celebrations, go to this powwow here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, because there's not a feeling like it, of family history, of expressing who they are.
Everyone is invited. Make your plans to attend the Gathering of Nations, North America's biggest powwow.